Hey, what's going on, everyone? We're going to talk about something you can keep in mind when you're figuring out how to work on gymnastics, so that way you can have longer term progress. So you're going to notice that term all the time in our videos now, long-term progress, because if we just stay short-sighted, short-minded with things, that's where you end up getting hurt, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to impulse buy, but in the world of fitness, we want to think down the line. How can we create structures that we can build on so we stay healthy as we're getting older and older? So gymnastics. So this is one of the funny things, because gymnastics, it's really hard to progress in unless you're just one of those people that are gifted sometimes, because in like snatches or cleans, you can add on quarter-pound plates and progress in some way, shape, or form. You can work in the hang position, top of the knee, right below the kneecap, from the ground, deficit, pulls. There's all these different variations. But if I say, hey, how do we work on muscle ups? A lot of times we don't have as much variance, and it's harder to progress in these little areas to get better at it. So something to help you, because it's kind of something that we know helps people here, and I've heard from some of the people that actually coach gymnastics here, is a nice little progression. So we want to own positions, isometrically, all right? So isometric contraction, that's like, imagine being at the top of the pull-up and staying there without our shoulders floating up and down everywhere. We're in a proper position, everything's locked in tight, and we accumulate time there. You can even think about accumulating time in the middle, all the way down at the bottom, wherever kind of you're weak at. All these little positions, let's own it, all right? Once you kind of own it, the next thing we want to be able to do is breathe in it, okay? So not just bracing really hard and your face is turning giant and red at the bottom of the ring dip with tension, not passive, right? Make sure you can actually breathe there. And then we can start going kind of slow movement, okay? So that's not dynamic. Think about like a deadlift versus a power clean, right? We want to learn how to do it slow. So that's tempo up and down on the pull-ups, okay? Control it. Shoulders aren't floating, we're hitting good positions, and then we want to learn how to breathe through that. Same thing on dips. Even think about push-ups, okay? Skin the cats. I think it's called ice cream scoops or ice cream makers. All these different little fun gymnastics movements, L-sits, all these different things, all right? Now we're moving slow and we're able to breathe. And then we can start getting dynamic, okay? And then we learn how to breathe while being dynamic. So this is that whole world of kipping. Maybe we're using more momentum. Think of the difference from handstand walking to handstand balancing, just standing in one place. If you get really good at standing in one place in a handstand, you learn how to control these different motions, your fine motor skills, gross motor skills get better, and then it becomes a little bit more natural to take steps. If you do the steps slow, it really makes you focus and understand where the balance points are, and then we can start moving faster. Most of the time it's like, hey, I learned how to kick up into a handstand, I'm holding my breath the whole time, and now I'm just gonna fall forward and hopefully I catch myself a bunch. So traditionally what happens is, all right, here I am, I got butterfly pull-ups, awesome, but I didn't own this process. Now something's tweaky, and now I'm forced to go back to the beginning and slow down. And you see that happen with people's backs, with knees, everything of that nature when it comes to squats, wherever it happens to be. So let's earn this process a little bit more. Let's earn the right to go dynamic and do some of those really fun things that we love to see in YouTube videos, and not shortcut to having long-term health, better joints, better life. You're as healthy as your joints feel, okay? You're as old as your joints feel. In gymnastics, you can do some gnarly things to yourself if you don't earn the right to move on. All right, I hope that helps, guys. Let me know what you need to work on, what isometric drills you're trying to do. I'd love to see videos. Comment below, share. Talk to you guys soon.